Welcome to Tough Questions, our series where we're answering questions on the Bible, questions related to apologetics and worldview. And so today's our 19th time that we've done this. And I'm going to answer a question that was brought up in my discipleship group on Monday night. And it was a question related to the Olivet Discourse, Jesus' last major teaching in the book of Matthew, where he talks about the end times. And the question is related to a passage I'm going to read to you. It's specifically focused on verse 24 of Matthew 24. And I'm going to read verses 32 to 35 from Jesus' teaching. He says, "From the fig tree, learn its lesson. As soon as its branch becomes tender and puts out its leaves, you know that summer is near. So also, when you see all these things, you know that he is near at the very gates. Truly I say to you, this generation will not pass away until all these things have taken place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away." So the question is, if Jesus said that before his second coming, all these things would take place, and this generation will witness these things, what was he talking about? Did he err in his predicting what would take place with reference to his second coming? So what I want to look at is the term, what does he mean by this generation? And I think there's two possibilities. I don't think it's possible that Jesus erred in anything he did or taught or said. One of the things that we know from the scriptures is that Jesus is perfect and sinless. So even what he taught, we may misunderstand what he taught, but everything we believe about Jesus is true and without error. So that's not a possibility for us. But there are two possibilities of what this generation means. And the Greek word used is sort of the transliteration of that would be genea. We get genealogy from that, for instance. We also get genos from that. And basically what genea or genos can mean is it can mean race, it can mean people group, it can mean nation, it can be several things. So one of the views on this is that what Jesus was saying or predicting is that what this was talking about is the Jewish people, that as an ethnic race, the Jewish people in particular would experience this as a people group or Jewish people, let's just put it that way, is one view, that he's talking about them as a race. And that these things, that the signs of his second coming would happen at the time of his second coming. So he's not saying necessarily that they're going to happen there and then to that particular generation that is listening to him, but to the Jewish race of people. So that's one view, and that's very legit. As a matter of fact, it's interesting that Jesus most likely taught in Aramaic, and the Aramaic word that he would have used for this generation, would also refer exactly like this to the Jewish race of people. So did Jesus err? No, because what he was saying is the Jewish people, the people that the tribulation is actually designed for, both to punish those who are unbelievers, but also to save a remnant of the Jewish people, will take place before I come back in my second coming. So that's one possibility. And then there's another possibility that's also could very well mean what Jesus meant, is he talked about this generation. And so meaning the people that are alive at the time, that the generation of people, when this happens, when these signs come, people alive at the time of his second coming. I don't know if this is, if everybody can see this, but so it's either the race of Jewish people or the people that are alive, the generation of people that are alive when he comes again. So those are the two possibilities. And I'm not really sure which one of these. They both are likely, and they both show that Jesus did not err when what he was predicting is that he has a plan for the Jewish people for which he died to save, and that the people that are alive, whether Jewish or Gentile, will see these signs at the end of the time. So that's our answer to today's tough question. Did Jesus err in his predicting his second coming? And we would say no, that both of these are likely possibilities. So God bless you, and hopefully we'll see you next time in our 20th segment of Tough Questions. Thanks for joining us.